Hello and welcome to another art house movie review. This time I'm reviewing All the Beauty and the Bloodshed, directed by Laura Poitras. Now, I was really looking forward to this film. I really love Laura Poitras's work. I was aware of Nan Goldin's photography and was looking forward to learning more about that. And I also knew quite a lot about the OxyContin and Sackler scandal from watching the excellent TV series Dopesick. So I did have quite high hopes for this film. So I think this is a documentary about three different things. It's a documentary about Nan Goldin's family, it's a documentary about Nan Goldin's work, and it's a documentary about Nan Goldin's activism, particularly towards the Sackler family and its involvement in sponsoring galleries around the world. All three of these are interesting stories, and Laura kind of weaves these stories together. We jump a bit between them, but I think she has a simple but really effective style, and as with all her other work, this documentary was never boring. I really love the way that she gets close to her subjects. Although she's not often in the picture, she is really present in all of her documentaries. This isn't just an interviewer and a documenter, and it always feels like there's a situation of trust, like her subjects really trust her. And I think this is one of the reasons why her documentaries are always so compelling, and was the same in this case. Clearly there was an affinity and a trust between Laura and Nan Goldin. Now the three strands are quite different, and I think the documentary makes an okay attempt at pulling them together. At the end, Nan Goldin says that the wrong things are kept secret in society, and that destroys people. And I think all three stories have secrets and destruction in them. However, I didn't really feel that this completely worked. Although it was always interesting, I did feel that it lacked a firm coherence, and at times it did feel a little bit like it was drifting. So the film is narrated by Nan Goldin, so it's more a narration than an interview. There are a few points at which Laura asks questions, but most of the time it's a slow, very deliberate narration. It never feels like Nan is speaking off the cuff from the heart. But it does always feel authentic, and we do learn a lot about Nan Goldin's work, which I have a lot of time for. The images, the photographs that she's taken over her career make a fascinating collection of work. Her work is really great, particularly the slideshows that she created, which kind of exist over a long period of time, and they evolve, they change each time they're shown in a gallery. I've only seen these works in books, so I've never actually seen one in a gallery, but I'd really like to see one of these slideshows for real. Nan clearly has lived a really interesting and varied life with ups and downs, so her work and the film is a real documentation of this. I did start to question whether there's a little bit too much about the work. The trailer really focuses on the activism and the events that were organised in some of the major galleries in the world. And these happenings are really exciting and dramatic and important. They have actually resulted in real change as a result of galleries refusing to take money from the Sacklers and taking their name off galleries. And I kind of was left with the feeling that I would have liked a little bit more of that. The guerrilla-style events were really exciting, and I think more drama could have been made out of them. Now, in my review on Navalny, I had a slight reservation about the way in which it had been made into an exciting movie. So there is always a balance between authenticity and making it too cinematic. But I do think that Laura could have just given us a little bit more of the enjoyment of these amazing events that were organised in some of the world's major galleries. I also wonder if it was a little bit long. At 2 hours long. Most of Laura's documentaries are an hour and a half. The one exception was Citizen4, which felt like a really good length and won an Oscar, and that came in at 1 hour 53 minutes. Because this film was dealing with a lot, perhaps if we'd have had a bit more balance between the activism and the other aspects of the film, I would have found the 2 hours okay. But as I said earlier, I did find at times the film felt like it was drifting when it was talking about Nan Goldin's work. Do you know what though? It's a small criticism. I loved this documentary. I really enjoyed it. I came with a high expectation, and that may be why I found some reservations with it, but I have no reservation in highly recommending this film. Thanks for watching. See you next time.